Hello ladies and chaps, and a jolly good welcome to you. I'm Baron Quertier. Thank you very much for joining me for this Hellion update video. This is update 0.4.0, a whole new build. And once again, it's a game changer for Hellion. 0.4.0, or better known as Exposure Update. So I'm going to cover some of the main points of this update, so that you get to physically see what is actually in the patch notes. So, why is it called Exposure? Well, the main point of the update, radiation, is now a factor in the game. And we're not talking about strontium 90 here, you're not about to start growing extra limbs. We're talking about heat radiation. And so now, moving around the Hellion system is going to take a lot more planning and preparation. And also, a new tiered item in-game. What you see here is a nanite core, and its one and only purpose is to protect your ship and modules from radiation damage. The blue bar is the health of your nanite core, the number to the right of the blue bar is the level of damage your nanite core is protecting you from, and the countdown is obviously the days, hours, minutes until your ship starts to take damage. The white number next to the radiation symbol is the level of heat radiation in your area. And so the further you move away from Quertier, whether closer or away from the sun, the more damage you will start to receive, and so you have to go to a higher tier nanite core. Like most things in Hellion, they're tiered numbers 1 to 4, and they're all colour coded too. And so whereas a tier 1 nanite core gives you 2 hit points per second of protection, the green tier 3, for example, will give you 10 hit points per second of protection, allowing you to go to the planets and moons further from Quertier. So please do ensure when starting the game, when picking up the first warp cell, you also pick up the nanite core lying nearby. It is essential to your survival. The Argus actually has 2 nanite core slots, allowing for double the protection. This will naturally make the Argus the preferred ship for travelling to planets and moons in higher radiation areas. Nanite cores, however, will not protect you personally from radiation, only your ships and modules, so should you choose to go where Eagle's dare without the right protective suit, you may have your wings burned. Mark 9s and EVA Proteus suits are now tiered 1 to 4, and are colour coded much the same as any other tiered item in the game. Also take note, the higher tier Mark 9 suits give a little bit extra ballistic protection also. But if it's radiation you're worried about, keep a little eye on the shield next to your heart rate monitor. If it's green, you're keen. If it's red, you are dead. Moving on now to mining. That's right, finally after all these months of hurt, mining has been worked on by the devs, and they've done a jolly good job of it. The slightly more observant among you may notice that the asteroids are slightly less stable now, with vents kicking out all over the place, but also resource nodes. These are the areas where you now have to mine. There are also new mining resources in the game now. I won't go through them, it's not up to me to teach you chaps how to play the game. But also the drill itself has been changed slightly. Most notably, the new tiered drill bits, tiered 1 to 4 and colour coded. So in order to mine now, you need a drill, a battery, an empty resource canister, and what is imitating an electric shaver whacked on to the end of your drill. Like so. Please also note that whilst mining, you're paying attention to what you're doing and not enjoying the views. The vents will hurt you, and they will shoot you into space, in a rather hilarious fashion. The Haven starting outpost also had some changes. You'll see here the new shelving racks in the main room, and also the charger station has been moved. This should help substantially with early game storage. You may also notice that at Haven there is a fabricator just off nearby. The fabricator has been added to the outpost starting area. This is due to the essential need for the ability to craft items such as the nanite cores, and also to allow the early research of blueprints. That's right, I said blueprints. The fabricator has a new layout now. You don't just fabricate items, defabricate items. You now scrap them using this little console here. You could do this by using the proximity loot option in your infantry screen, or you can quite literally throw something in there. I'm personally hoping it'd become a good way to dispose of bodies around your station. And so we also have the researcher. Quite simple, you open it up, put in the item you wish to research, and close it again, and it does the rest for you. And over on the terminal, it shows you which items you have researched and ready for crafting. There is also an option in your inventory screen to see the blueprints you have researched, and at what tier it's researched. The number that's highlighted in white is obviously the tiers of the items you have researched already. Some other important changes to note: the position of some of the planets have changed, with Hirath being moved between Quertier and Ascatar, making Quertier slightly closer to the sun. This is all to do with the implementation of the heat radiation. Obviously, it's all depending on your distance from the Hellion star. I'm quite sure that you're all aware of the new visor view you now have in the game, restricting your field of view slightly, but also giving the feeling of being closed in a spacesuit. This has already met with mixed feelings from testers and players alike. Derelict stations now have a rotation, making it more immersive and perhaps slightly more difficult to board them, especially if they have external turrets. 1 minute you're out of sight, the next thing you know you're being shot at. There are also some changes to security now. Disable docking when there is a CM attached and the player trying to dock is not authorized. Hacking port and lock mechanism added on both sides of security doors, and authorization required for locking and unlocking those doors. And also, asteroids are always visible on the map. And that is all really, those are the main points, aside from a few other smaller things, and of course the huge list of bug fixes, so large it puts Santa's list to shame. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please do put them in the comments, please do subscribe for more, and please do leave a like. Find me, Baron Quertier, on the main Hellion community Discord, or on my own Discord. I'll leave both links in the description. And of course, keep an eye out for more Hellion videos coming your way, from me, hopefully. Thank you once again for watching. I am Baron Quertier, hope you have a very nice day, and hope to see you all again very soon. Goodbye.